So, a lot of stuff been going on with Tucker Carlson.
Big Tucker.
I have no idea who Joe Rogan is finna interview.
He might be an insider.
We can look at his face and we can see if we know.
I cannot wait till Tucker Carlson finally speaks up at everything.
He did an interview a few days ago.
He did?
Yeah, I don't know what it was on, but I saw it.
Tucker's been talking about a lot recently.
Is that a monkey right there, bro? I can't really see it.
Yeah.
That's his intro.
Yeah. You ain't never seen it?
Hey, I remember at the end of Nickelodeon, what was it? Jimmy Neutron. Yeah. My name's Paul.
The Joe Rogan Experience.
Did you see the Tucker Carlson interview on Full Send?
Yes, I saw. I didn't watch the entire thing, but I saw a few clips of it when he's talked about how much he regrets supporting the war in Iraq. That's what you're referring to. Yeah. And I believe him. I think he really means it.
I believe him too.
Sometimes there's people there's John McCain types who go or Hillary Clinton, they'll admit, okay, it was a mistake, but then they still support every subsequent war after that, and it doesn't seem. Whereas Tucker is like, I'm so ashamed that I supported this, I'll never forgive myself for it, and has opposed every subsequent war after that. And I'm like, okay, I think this guy really believes it.
He's different than people want to pretend he is. First of all, the guy was a deadhead.
Yeah.
You know that? He used to follow the dead around?
Yeah.
So for sure dropped acid.
That'd be my guess.
I would. How else can you enjoy the music?
I think it's legally required that you've taken acid at least once if you're going to enjoy the Grateful Dead. I'm not sure. I don't know. I haven't brushed up on the statutes.
Comes alive to LSD, according to my friends who've been there and done that.
It's really interesting what the public perception of Tucker Carlson is, or particularly how polarizing he is to people that
they trying to say Tucker be doing acid.
Yeah, that's
He said that on the Full Send podcast.
Dang.
That is crazy.
I didn't watch those.
But I didn't understand what he said at the beginning.
Van in Canada, and they was smoking weed and stuff.
What was that? What did they say that Tucker Carlson was ashamed he supported?
The war.
Yeah.
Oh, damn. Okay, that's crazy.
I know a lot of people did.
I didn't know.
You remember
It's all about money.
Yeah, they was like, they were trying to say, they said, Saddam Hussein have weapons of mass destruction. Well, y'all probably don't know. I was part of this.
Yeah, I remember Saddam.
They try to say they was there for the oil.
Like them old videos that they'll be Osama Sin and stuff like that.
Didn't they execute Saddam on live TV?
I believe so.
Yeah, I think so.
We was probably like...
We was young as hell.
They said the guy that came in after that was worse.
It's really interesting what the public perception of Tucker Carlson is, or particularly how polarizing he is to people that it's almost like they're describing a different person than he actually is.
Right.
I think he was the most interesting person in cable news, the most thoughtful, most intelligent. Like he was really I don't agree with him on anything. On my podcast, we used to do a segment where I had just done it so many times that we started joking about it being a segment that we called Contra Carlson, because I was just disagreeing with him. Like he had all these economic ideas that I completely disagree with. And I disagree with a lot of stuff he said, but he was like the lone voice in really the corporate press who was completely opposed to the military industrial complex, completely opposed to big pharma and all of the COVID insanity. It was really good on speaking up about a lot of really important issues that you would think a good leftist would at least appreciate that he's good on that issue, you know? And some of them did. This is what he's the guy who's having Glenn Greenwald on his show. You know what I mean? He's the guy who's having Aaron Mattei and Jimmy Dore.
Yes.
These aren't right wingers. He's having he's having them.
A lot of left wingers.
And it was very interesting. He wasn't a partisan. He would be completely against the Republican Party, was viciously critical of the Republican Party, hates the Republican establishment. And even the stuff I've seen so many people be like, he bought into Trump's claims that the election was stolen. And I'm like, I don't know, dude, do you watch him? Because I watched his show. And that's actually not true. He was the guy, he took a lot of heat from right-wingers that immediately following the election of 2020, he really aggressively called out Trump's lawyers, Rudy Giuliani and Sidney Powell, I think was the other one, because they were making claims about the Dominion voting machines, that they flipped millions of votes. And Tucker Carlson went on his show and he goes, okay, if this is true, it's the biggest story in the history of the United States of America. So what evidence do you have? And he's like, we have reached out privately to Trump's lawyers. We've gotten nothing in return. So to be clear, they're making this claim and providing nothing to back it up. He really was like, no. Now, what he has said later is they'll pull quotes and be like, yeah, but he referred to 2020 as a scam or something like that. And it's like, yeah, but you don't watch his show. So you don't get that, like, what he was saying was, yeah, the Dominion vote flipping thing is bullshit. No one's ever provided any evidence of that. But the fact that big tech and the intelligence agencies work together to undermine the Hunter Biden story to get Joe Biden across the finish line is bullshit. Like, that's, you know what I mean? And that's a scam. And that's a completely reasonable position to take. Look at this, dude. Don Lemon is out at CNN, right? I promise you, whoever replaces Don Lemon has the same exact views as Don Lemon and the same exact views of everybody else at CNN. And that's not true for Tucker Carlson. No. Right. Like, at least there was a guy out there who, like, would disagree with the rest of the people at his network. Yeah. Disagree with both political parties.
He's really designed for the internet. It's very shocking seeing him leave.
Yes, I was surprised. Although in hindsight, one of those things where, like, I was surprised right away, and then, like, 2 days later, I'm like, how was he ever even there? Like, this guy was on the 8 p.m. hour at Fox News saying the CIA killed Kennedy. Like, but what's crazy to me is that, like, so many progressives have, like, it's like Invasion of the Body Snatchers or something. It's like, is this the real you, man? Have you just been replaced with an NPC? The 8 p.m. hour at Fox News is saying the CIA killed Kennedy. That's not interesting to you? Right. That's not, like, something, like, I'm not saying you have to agree with him on everything, but, like, that's not kind of, that's different than Bill O'Reilly. Yeah. This is a different world we're living in now. Yeah.
I have an utmost respect for Tucker Carlson. Like, to go against your own, to be in the network and to go against the mass, I don't know, to go against that and the most of the people, like, to go against your audience, like, that takes a lot of courage to do that.
He said what he was feeling for real.
I've seen a lot of people saying, like, the smear campaign, all the clips they're releasing is not working. Twitter and stuff.
Are they trying
to make him look like he's...
Yeah, that's not working at all.
I was like, bro, we don't care. We actually like him more now.
I think, though, what's next, though, he's going to have to go to the internet.
Yeah, definitely.
He's going to get so much views.
If he get on Rumble,
he has to do it.
Rumble's going to go crazy.
If he hit the live stream...
Trump be on Rumble, I think.
Word. Yeah. Trump be going federal.
Really? So what is Rumble? I'm not familiar. It's like
it's YouTube.
Yeah. Oh, okay, so it's like another site?
It's like, it has less, like, you have more free speech on there.
Actually, Steve Will is on Rumble.
Yeah.
Andrew Tate's on Rumble.
No, it's a lot. It's just weird. Like, it just looks ugly, bro.
Yeah,
it looks ugly, bro.
It's not as
YouTube's
not as good looking as YouTube.
So friendly, like, user friendly.
You immediately get monetized off your first vid on there.
Yeah.
For real?
Yeah. He like that Rumble.
Can we react to those two liberals he named?
Huh?
Let's react to the two liberals he named.
Yeah, we definitely gonna go back and
That's what I'm trying to hear. Who knows?
Was it Glenn Beck and
We reacted to Glenn Beck, but no, he didn't say Glenn Beck in those three names.
Hard. That was the guy that argued with.
Yeah, he was. Yeah, so basically, I mean, Tucker Carlson just didn't want to get controlled, basically.
You know what I'm saying? You know how much heart that takes to go against your own and still go up like that?
He was just bringing so many views. He was good for the network.
Yeah, other people would have just shut up and took the money.
Yeah, just comply with what they saying.
And I never really watched Tucker Carlson at all, bro.
Neither. I didn't know he was until we started.
Yeah, until we started getting on the internet.
I think the first time I really listened to him was on the Full Sin podcast.
Yeah,
you watched the whole thing?
Yeah, I watched the whole thing.
See, when that dropped, I didn't know who he was. So I was like, why would I watch
That was a month ago.
Yeah, I watched
that was only a month ago? Yeah, that was a month ago.
I didn't know who he was a month ago.
But it might have been a little longer.
I don't even know Tucker. Well, my grandma used to watch some of that.
I just never watched, like, the news. I don't watch Fox, CNN, I don't watch none of that.
It's so informative.
I watch ESPN, I watch YouTube and Netflix.
My parents like CNN.
Well,
I mean,
they watch more mainstream or local news.
Local, probably.
Yeah.
It does make sense now that both networks are just pushing their narrative.
You got to.
That's insane.
I think, but honestly, I would, like bro was saying, it would make more sense if Fox was like, you know what, we're just gonna pay you to not hop on no other too.
Cause he gonna eat him alive.
That's what I'm saying. It just makes sense. Like, hey,
tried to destroy him though. That failed.
Yeah, declared war.
Like,
it's over. He finna go up.
I wonder if some NDAs he like is under.
That guy. Can't say. Was it Beck? Was it last time we did? And Varmaswamy was.
Beck?
Yeah, bro. The shit that Beck was saying, like, I don't even think he believed him when he was saying, bro.
Yeah,
he was saying.
Like, that's insane.
That's what I'm saying. Like, he doesn't. People don't actually.
That is selling your soul. That is selling your soul.
On both sides.
Right.
Like, remember what you call it? People don't think Candace actually believes 80% of the stuff she's saying.
Yeah, that is crazy. I mean, that might be true. That might be true. But where does Candace get paid from? Her YouTube channel and what else? I mean, she gets paid to go. But she doesn't have her own show on Fox.
She's employed by Fox.
She is.
Cabs is employed by Fox, yeah.
She is? I don't think so, my brother.
I think she's just a
Because I thought,
she was a personality.
She's not employed.
I think she's just like a personality.
Yeah.
Really?
That was crazy.
Y'all probably right.
She's a personality, I think.
But no, a lot of people do say they don't believe a lot of shit.
She has a platform.
Yeah, I know she got a studio in Nashville. I think
like
so too.
Candace.
I heard that also about Bishop Shapiro. They was like, bro, this guy just talks fast. Like, he doesn't believe half the shit he said. Like, they said now in America, talking fast is a flex.
Really?
Yeah, and just trying to overly do words.
overload you with information.
Yeah, they said
See,
that's
I
a
really
flex
think
now.
it's smarter, in my opinion, to talk like to where everyone can understand you completely and all that, so that they can really like get the message you're trying to convey. Like if you talk all fast and all that,
Talking
but it gives the impression as if you're smart.
that's what I'm saying. But
Yeah.
it gives the impression. But if you actually smart, then you actually want them to understand what you're saying. To me,
Think about it, like when we're
I
listening to
see what you're
rappers,
saying,
like when we're listening to like Eminem speak all fast, and like it sounds
it's impressive.
like you know what I'm saying. Versus
Yeah, it's
another,
impressive.
like we compare him to Wayne, and he's slower and it makes more sense. As the bars are easier to catch.
Actually, no,
now we're like,
businessman.
if you ask me, who's
Actually, no, businessman. He said that's literally all he studies.
what?
How, like, bigger words and, like, how to speak faster. He said that sells him every time.
Dang.
He said that is, well, that's his tool.
Was
I
he-
see why.
Yeah, he was black.
Oh, I'm not taking.
Hey, how you doing?
Chill.
Are you talking about that was a salesman for the
It was-
architect?
Nah, it was some other guy. But yeah, that is crazy. I mean, you
I
know,
thought you'd be spoken.
they had to get rid of a free thinker, but I mean, Don Lemon just tweaked out. We know what he did. Tucker ain't really tweaked out. He
Don
just
got
was,
ate up
he was
on
just
that, man.
using his mind, and that's why he got fired. But Don was just getting flying.
I had an idea. You think we should react to first time watching Bill O'Reilly?
I don't know.
Bill O'Reilly.
Boy, he's a legend in Fox.
What?
Well, yeah, he
Was
at
he
Fox.
before Tucker or something?
Yeah. He had mentioned him. Bill O'Reilly.
Okay.
Y'all talking about Bill O'Reilly?
Okay, yeah, no, we're definitely gonna get into Bill O'Reilly.
I got a question. Y'all think Don
How'd you do
Lemon
that?
would also blow if he start a platform?
I don't know.
Not like Tucker, bro.
Yeah, not like Tucker.
I don't know. Don Lemon
Because
He gotta
Hey,
follow.
you know what
He
he
wouldn't
said?
touch Tucker though.
But he said
Hell
Don
no.
Lemon. He said whoever they replaced Don Lemon with on CNN gonna have the exact same views as him.
Bro, I'm tired of this.
That's why Tucker was unique because he
conservative
didn't
shit.
even
That
go
shit's
with
annoying,
people
bro.
was in his-
It's like believing in
He was
who
against
you
the
want to
grain,
believe
yeah.
in, like on what they think, bro. Just picking one side. That shit's just so. That shit's like
Right.
cringe, bro.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because there's no way you're gonna agree with everything that
Yeah,
side has to
shit's
say.
cringe.
But like when you
Team,
pick a side, you
yeah.
gotta stand on it.
Yeah, that shit's cringe as fuck.
So I believe in voting for the person rather than the party.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
That shit's annoying. All right, guys, let us know what y'all think. Let us know what y'all got out of this video. Let us know some more people to react to. Here's on Instagram. Let us know in the comments. We got